Yo, yo, yo. We are back with episode 86 of the pod. There, nice timing,
Time to crack
Dane.
a dew.
That was good. Quick question. Would you rather have 2 of those dews or 3 of those dews?
I want all of them.
All of them? How about, would you rather want 2 gold medals or 3 gold medals?
I guess I'll take 3.
Okay, then who has 3 gold medals that you know of right now, just off the top of your head?
Kyle Hibbert.
Yes, but also LeBron James.
LeBron James.
And do you know who has only 2 gold medals?
Kobe Bryant.
Michael Jordan.
It's because he didn't play in all of them.
Which means off of championships, world championships, LeBron has more. Therefore, he is the GOAT. His case is rested. He is the best. Crown him King James.
Michael only played in 2.
But it doesn't matter. It's 3-2. That's all that matters. Michael Jordan is no longer the GOAT. It is LeBron James. And then Kevin Durant's the ultimate GOAT with 4 gold medals. So yes, this is episode 86 of the pod.
86.
86 episodes. I didn't think it was possible.
Go ahead and we're on the 5-star 5 review to the 100 podcasts in Apple Glory. Do that.
Yep. Dane is promoting us well. So,
oh, brother, this guy stinks!
let the record show he clicked that for himself.
No.
He knows.
Samuel's slandering me.
Welcome to 5-star reviews, Spotify's.
100s of the Apple Glory.
100s of the Apple's reviews. Get the 500,000 stars.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. But seriously, leave us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify if you so wish. Also, leave us a written review on Apple, and we will read that on the podcast as long as it is 5 stars. So, just do it. It's not too difficult.
You can do it like Nike. Also, I've been working out a lot, and my butt hurts.
Speaking of your butt hurting,
Whoa.
do you want to know who's also a little butt hurt right now?
Maddie Barron.
Well, we can get into that. I was going to say, I think China's butt hurt.
Also
because
butthurt.
the USA beat the biggest country in the world again in the Olympics in total medals and tied for gold medals.
Yeah, because we're the best. We
I know.
don't take second.
Yeah. The total. So here's the final medal count from the Olympics. In case you didn't know, the Olympics is something that just happened.
Doubt it.
So if you didn't know that, I don't even know how you made it to this podcast, honestly.
And you're a communist, probably.
Which is why you're probably cheering for China. It's kind of crazy.
That does make sense.
USA and China both had 40 golds, but then we had 44 silvers compared to their 27. 44 is higher. Yeah, it is higher.
Dang it.
And then we had 42 bronze compared
true.
to their 24. We should have had 43 bronze, but then they took one away.
Theft.
I
Theft,
know.
I tell you.
Do you actually know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. Somebody gave
the
one
gymnast?
back. Yeah.
Yeah, who got it taken away.
Yeah.
And then Flavor Flav, you know who that is?
Yeah, the big clock guy.
Yeah, do you know, because all that happened, he was like, hey, baby, I got you. I'm going to make you a bronze clock. And he did. He had like a jeweler clockmaker on call. And a day later, he posted a picture of this bronze clock that he gave to this person who had their medal taken away.
I'd be so honest. Like, I don't want your bronze clock. I want a bronze medal.
It looked, yeah, but still, the bronze clock looked pretty sweet. Not going to lie. But yeah, we had 126 to their 91 medals. And then Great Britain is more of like good Britain because they only had 65 medals.
Trash can state.
France, who hosted, had 64 medals. Like, we're way ahead of them. And then Australia, who literally is just a giant like, why wouldn't you be better at sports? You have nothing else to do. They only had 53.
I demand that we take over Australia immediately.
Doesn't the UK have them? I think they do.
They used to be. I think they're independent.
Yeah. We should take it over, and then we should do what they did in the olden days and send all our prisoners there.
Oh, no, not again. But also, shout out to our proxy wars.
Proxy wars, shout out. Do you have any other thoughts on those proxy wars? Are we good to go?
Yeah, one's happening right now.
Between the podcast and Maddie Barron?
Yes.
And
Michael Fuller.
Michael Fuller, too, yeah.
And Jack. And Lindsay Reed.
Do you want to dig in at any of those or not?
Yeah, Lindsay Reed's slow and gassy.
Okay.
She called me to ask about a rash this week that she has.
Well, she's also trying to promote other pickleball brands.
Yeah. Lindsay, first off, you got a rash. That's not very, very proficient of a former Biesmeyer. And number 2, yeah, you tried to say, let's play with a wooden pickleball racket.
Because
it's just ridiculous.
Because you only want to play with the best pickleball paddles And the best come from Friday Pickleball and the code Samuel14434 if you want 2 for $98. Or you can get 2 of their elite ones like we have, 2 for $138.
Ooh.
So that's the best deal you can get. And then a lot of times they give out free paddle covers as well. So go do that. It's a good time. It's a fun time. And then you could compete against us someday if you ever come to Springfield.
Come to Springfield and lose to us.
Yes. One other quick thought. We have 2 new countries.
What?
It's been a while.
Antarctica?
No,
the polar bears.
I was really excited until you just runned it with a different guess. It is not Antarctica.
It's not?
It is
Argentina.
It is not Caitlin Clark as well, but it is CNC. It is Cyprus.
Who?
Cyprus, and we have Colombia.
Colombia.
Your hometown of Jefferson City is not Colombia.
It's not Colombia.
Yeah.
But Colombia is where we get all of our coffee.
Shout out.
But probably not.
Our coffee makers are helping us out here and listening to the pod.
Well, there's a lot of things that are out there currently, and they drink a lot, and they do a lot of things. And
are we still talking about Colombia, or?
I was thinking about fantasy football.
And speaking of fantasy football, we have a league. The link is posted in the bio. You can still join. I believe there's a few spots left. So if you want to be in a league with the likes of myself, Dane,
hello,
Jack, Joshua Schmitz, our great editor, sponsor, etc., and others. Allie Hoopy, she's out there.
She is in there.
And there's others as well. I don't want to name them all off because that's no fun. You got to look and see for yourself.
I think there's only 4 spots left.
There's 3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4 spots left, and I'm not doing an 8-team league, so figure it out.
Yeah, we have a 12-team league, and we have a few spots left. So go click the link in the bio. It's at the very bottom of the bio, but then you can join our league, and we'll do the draft here sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
And I will dominate you.
In fantasy football?
In fantasy football. Domination's all I do.
What about pickleball?
Also domination.
Baseball?
Domination.
Eating?
I had 12 tacos for dinner.
Marathon running?
We'll see.
Okay.
This is the last Mountain Dew you'll see me drink on the pod until November.
As you listen to our audio-only podcast.
Well, this is the last Mountain Dew until November that I'm going to have.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think so?
Probably.
You usually perform better when you're happier. And if you're drinking less of the thing that gives you all the joy in your life, how can you be happy?
You know what else makes me happy?
Jesus.
Sin.
We went the literal opposite routes there. I want to hear what you think.
Sinning is fun. I rest my case.
And I just to remind you, just a quick reminder for the end of the pod. Our number one sponsor of the week is Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Every week.
And you said sin is, what was that?
It's fun.
Oh, no.
Think of all the sins.
Does anybody at the church listen to the pod?
Colton does.
Okay.
But we get into that later.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you're currently enjoying your job.
Well, here's the thing.
I hope you stick around longer.
Using a flamethrower is fun, but not smart or good for you.
Still have no idea what's happening.
Burning somebody's house down is fun, but not good. Because then you get arrested.
Okay, so updates from the week.
It's just like sin. Sin is fun, but not good.
Yeah.
Just because something's fun doesn't mean it's good. Kind of like crystal meth.
Hey, that's a good point.
See? Or heroin.
Okay. Updates from the week. Didn't do anything too crazy. I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you some of the less crazy stuff I did. And you know those cool little Stanley tumblers?
I remember
Stanley tumblers.
You being in the movie Bring It On.
I was, yeah. I was the guy in the background.
Yeah, you were.
Yep, the guy who only dunked the basketball.
What's that Channing Tatum movie where he's a stripper?
I Can Only Imagine?
No! But go watch I Can Only Imagine. It's a good movie. It's on Netflix, too.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, those Stanley tumblers, they're all the rage. But you know what? I don't want the typical Stanley tumblers. Stanley tumblers. You know what I do want? I want a Stanley Musial tumbler given out for free at a Springfield Cardinals game. That's what I do.
That was not a good segue.
It wasn't. That's why.
Here, I got it.
Why was that not a Why was that not a good segue?
Because it could have been funnier.
I'm sorry that I messed it up. Okay.
Well, the Sam Musial Tumbler is way better than a basic white girl tumbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool because his name was Stan Musial, so they're like, these are the Stanley Musial tumblers.
Does Lauren have a stand? Does she have a tumbler?
Yes, no one can talk on this podcast.
Well, it's because I switched thoughts halfway
Yeah,
through.
no, she doesn't.
Good, because she's not a basic white girl.
No. So shout out to non-basic white girls.
She's a regular white girl.
Yeah. it's all over the place. Okay, so yeah, I got that. I got the free cup, which was kind of fun. And then I went to, in Springfield, Missouri, we have this Route 66 festival because I believe we claim to be like the birthplace of Route 66 because we're cool like that. And
we claim a lot of things.
It's not my stereotypical like group of people I would hang out with.
Bikers?
Like, yeah, a lot of bikers. Mainly.
That's why I didn't go.
But I was already down there and I wanted to at least walk around. But they did have just randomly in the middle of downtown a giant ramp. And there was like BMX riders just doing flips, like jumping over a big open space.
Sick.
It was cool. It was a giant ramp. They're doing flips. If you're just coming in there with no context, you're like, this place is wild.
And then you also joined in with your BMX bike.
I just used my normal bicycle and I got to the top of the ramp and then it just went straight down.
You didn't bike 12 miles on a basic bicycle?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been as exciting, I feel like. I think it's a little more exhilarating when they do like backflips and other cool stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. I would never bike 12 miles on a regular bike meant for a girl.
Yeah. You've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with flat tires.
With flat tires.
That's just the worst.
I tell you what, man.
But you know what's also not the worst? Having someone support you and buy 20 Friday pickleball paddles.
What? 20 of them?
I always talk about the Ghost Runners podcast.
Man.
And they have a Facebook group, and sometimes I just jump in there and I'm like, hey, use the code Samuel14434. And I do it enough where finally this one girl in the group was like, hey, my company or whatever is trying to buy like client gifts and we need Friday pickleball paddles and can we use your code? And I'm like, yes.
What do you mean
please.
Can't you use my code?
But the only thing is with the code, it only works if you buy 2 paddles and she needed to buy 20. So she ended up doing 10 separate orders just to help me out. And I'm like, wow, you're the best.
Look at her.
Shout out.
So what do you get for that?
I get a little kickback, which we can talk about off the pod.
$1 million?
I did get $1 million.
Wow.
That's why we're in a brand new recording studio in Nashville, Tennessee.
We are in Nashville, Tennessee.
I wanted to surprise you. Like
I just somehow wandered into the studio in Nashville, Tennessee. Though.
I knew you wouldn't figure it out right away.
Obviously.
But here we are. This is the new home.
Oh, wow.
We kicked out Taylor Swift.
It's very white in here.
Yeah. It goes well with our pasty skin.
And also, the fan's not on high enough. Why is it still warm in here?
Because I did not pay the worker enough.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But we'll get there one of these days. Just need to sell a few more paddles. Okay?
We do need to sell more paddles.
And you need to win some more pickleball tournaments.
Well,
with the Friday pickleball paddles.
Did I talk about last week's?
Yeah, you talked about just completely imploding.
It was.
Pretty Ricky, you were too distracted on his face, and you weren't able to get your head in the game. You got to get your head in the game. Yeah.
Pretty Ricky needs to find a girlfriend. That way, there's no more pretty people out there.
But if he takes a pretty girlfriend, he will no longer play pickleball with you.
That's such a good point. Man.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of my friends just leaving me in efforts to talk to their women friends.
Have I left you?
Yes, consistently.
Have I? As I reached out to you last week, you're like, I'm already taken.
What'd I do? Oh, pickleball?
Yeah, you know.
Well, we talked about you can't have your girlfriend play with you.
Am I your girlfriend?
You should make Lauren play with you.
I want to win.
Yeah. I think the best girl pickleball player I've seen is Maddie Barron.
Okay, do you want to get into talking about Maddie Barron and
yeah, let's slander her real quick.
Yeah, she's back. She's listening to the podcast again. She's back from her long, arduous journey at Kanaka camps.
I ran into her randomly in the wild.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Give us all the details. So that way as she's listening right now, she can know that what's being said is 100% true and accurate. Yeah.
It is. So
give us all the details.
Last week, I set up that engagement party, right? And it went well. She said yes. And then it was not for me. And then I said to the happy couple who are in my small group, I said, hey, what do you guys want to do tomorrow? Because tomorrow's engagement small group, so we can do whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to go to putt-putt golf at Funacre.
That's fun.
And so we went there. I hate putt-putt golf. Through my club a few times.
Is it because you're bad?
Yes.
Okay,
And-
understandable.
Yeah, and I hate golf in general. And then when we're getting ready to like buy the clubs and like start getting going, like
Yeah.
I hear somebody go, Jake, and I was like, who's talking to Jake? And I turn around and it's Maddie. And I was like, Maddie, what's up? And then we start talking to her. I tell her how tan she is. And
So
then,
wait. So she yelled Jake, and
Yeah.
then you turned around to start talking to her, and she was not trying to talk to you.
she didn't see me yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
She didn't hear that golden voice.
Well, I wasn't talking, I don't think.
That's okay. Okay.
She was like talking that way, like to her friends, and then my friends were talking this way. I had my back to her.
Yeah.
And then when she said Jake, I was like, who's yelling at Jake? I want to see who this person is. And it
Yeah.
was her. And then I went over and talked to her and Jack Cook and then a couple other people. And
Shout
then,
out former
yeah,
K-Lifers.
former K-Lifers. And then I mistaked one person for a different person.
They were great in our small groups.
I pointed at this one dude, said, I know you. And he goes, what? And I go, you know, now,
I don't actually know if I do know you.
yeah, with that response is making me doubt if I know you. And then I was like, nope, you're definitely not this other person, Jacob, that I thought you were.
Yep. I remember that guy was 6'7" and you're 5'4". I'm sorry I mixed you guys
No,
up.
he wasn't that tall.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well,
yeah, ran into her and she said she wants to come on the pod and then play again in pickleball because I'm, quote, a hot dog. She
which
thinks-
is weird because you're not a wiener.
I know. And here's the thing. She lost that pickleball game against you and whoever you had with you.
Which I don't remember who.
It was 100% her fault.
Well, you were on the team. And
I was on the
usually
team.
men are supposed to take charge.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
whoa. Now you're kind of old school here on the pod.
Hey, I just said what you're thinking. And you did not do that.
I would never say that live on the pod.
That's why this is pre-recorded and we drop on Monday.
Such a good point.
That's how we've been doing. You know, this is not live right now.
You don't know that.
Okay.
But in
Wow.
light of this not being live, I agree with your statement.
That's good. I'm glad you agree with my correct statement because that's the only kind of statement I have.
And
correct ones.
And that gets into my updates of the week.
Tell me, hey, Dane.
What?
What are your updates from the week?
You know what? I'm going to go in inverse order because of that.
Okay.
So I'm running again.
No, you're sitting and recording the podcast.
Not with that attitude.
Oh, so your hips are not tight.
They're still tight. They feel...
Or just like a drum, not a snare drum?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
cymbals.
they definitely feel rusty. But I ran today. Jack Holmgren actually just liked my Strava post.
That's good.
But
That's
I
good.
So I went on
Couple goals.
some test runs this past week. I went on 1 mile run on Monday and Wednesday, and then today I ran 2 miles at a 7:20 pace.
Shout out.
So I kind of put in gear today, and no pain. We're doing good, and my hips, they feel kind of sore, kind of rusty, but we're gonna go to Run Club tomorrow and run 4 miles and see what happens
Shout out to you. Where
So-
are you running tomorrow?
at Kingdom Coffee on the Something Trail.
How many times do you have to go back and forth in there to get up to 4 miles?
Within Kingdom Coffee, 186.
Okay. I thought it was 188.
I don't know. It depends
Okay.
on how big your strides are.
Yeah, my strides are a little longer,
Yeah.
so that makes a difference for total distance you run.
For sure,
That's
for
a good
sure.
point, yeah.
So then the next thing I did this week is my boss got pranked.
By you?
No, not by me. He got pranked because I left.
So it was related to you. Inadvertently.
No, the trigger was me leaving.
Oh.
So when I left, the people who pranked him were like, now's the time to prank him because Dane was gone.
Why would they prank him when you're gone? Is it because you would just make it take it way too far?
No, I would have warned him that the prank was happening.
You would warn him? But you
Yeah.
are the prank guy. Remember
Yeah.
our third episode we ever recorded?
I
Prank
know.
Wars?
Yeah. But here's the thing. There's a divide happening.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are you the cause of this divide?
Yes,
he is.
That gets into my grinds my gear segment. So
Okay,
we'll talk
okay.
about that in a second.
Okay.
So he, so I leave, right? Me and
Did
my
they total his car just for fun?
No.
Okay.
They did talk about doing something to his car though. They were going to put a bunch of magnets on his truck, and then they didn't do that. What they did is, have you seen that TikTok trend? Which you're not on TikTok. Well, actually, you are kind of, but
A little bit.
a little bit, like slightly, like like my eczema, like a little eczema.
Yeah, is when Joshua Schmitz gives us clips. Then I get on TikTok a little bit to post them.
Right.
Which we'll get into that here shortly.
Yeah. But so they do this TikTok trend where like you'll have 4 people lined up in a row. It's usually girls. And then they're like, give me my money. And then they all clap, yay. And then the second one does it, and give me my money, yay. Third one, give my money, yay. And the fourth one is out of the loop. And the other 3 are in the loop with, they say, give me my money. And then the fourth person is the only one that claps. The other 3 just ignore them and then go, you're weird. And things like that. But this time they did it. Are you ready for midweek kickoff? Yeah. Then second person, third person, then Jonathan does it, and then nobody does anything. And then he goes, what? What's
guys?
happening? And
I'm going to go back to the West Wing and just cry.
But they knew that I would have warned him, and so they didn't do that.
That's a really funny prank.
I know.
I hope is he just finding out right now? I know he's a big supporter of the pod.
No, he knew he got pranked.
Okay.
So as soon as it happened, he knew. And it was crazy. But also, the Cowboys signed very 2 okay, good players.
Very 2 okay, good players. Okay.
Yep. 2 defensive linemen.
Did they need defensive linemen?
We need everything.
I'm surprised there's any players to sign.
I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about the Cowboys. They make me upset.
Okay, but you're the one who brought up the Cowboys.
I know.
On the podcast that we talk about stuff.
That's because I wrote it down whenever I didn't have anything for my updates of the week, and then I had a bunch of updates of the week, and then I was like, okay,
it seems like a lot of these updates from the week are just going back to grinding your gears.
Kind of, because Dane is also going 0 Dark 30 starting on Sunday. AKA, I'm quitting soda till after the marathon.
I don't believe you.
I believe me.
I'm going to tempt you every day with soda.
I went 3 months without drinking it, like earlier this year.
Well, there was a good reason for that.
No, it wasn't for cancer, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No, cancer's lame.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Yeah. And so, because I was drinking soda whilst being in the hospital. But also...
Are you substituting with tequila or what?
No.
What are you going to replace soda with then?
Tequila makes people's clothes come off. Therefore, I can't do that. Obviously. People wanted me to say that.
I'm on the whole clap though. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So I'm going to go 0 Dark 30 and quit drinking soda until after the marathon and probably shotgun one at the finish line if I don't die.
I'm sure Joshua Schmitz will be proud of you. Hearing this, that you're just trying to really be your best runner, be your best self, and just shotgun when possible.
Oh, yeah. Ride shotgun.
That's why I'm proud to have him as one of our sponsors of the Until Next Week podcast.
Sure.
He makes so many clips for us, which I've been bad about posting because, I just need to post some more. So we do have clips in the hopper. More clips are on their way. And also, while you're waiting for these clips, and if you've already listened to all of our podcast episodes, check out the Man Wagon podcast with Joshua Schmitz.
And Wagons of Meat.
Yes, there's a lot. Is big into the wagon meat culture.
Yep. It's kind of weird, actually.
The wagging meat. So if you like wag it, okay.
Sorry, that's false alarm.
Soon. But it kind of grinded my gears that you decided to jump into that so early. But it doesn't grind my gears as much as the Cardinals. Yes, the St. Louis Cardinals, the joy of young Samuel, middle-aged Samuel, and now old Samuel.
27-year-old's old.
Well, middle age for me would have been like 17, 16. That was the middle.
Currently, it is the middle age for you.
It always changes. So, they are painful to watch nowadays. They gave us some hope. On July 4th, I believe their record was 45-41, which means they were 4 games above the 500 mark.
That's when I was like, oh, we might be going somewhere.
And then we're like, let's make some trades. Let's do some deals. No, let's not play good baseball then. Because since that day, they are 15-20. They've won 15 games, lost 20 games, and now they're 60-61. And they're probably about to lose another game tonight. And it's just not a good time to be a Cardinals fan. But at the same time, I'm going to a St. Louis Cardinals game tomorrow, so I hope that I can start to turn the tide for them.
I'm going to one on the 29th.
Okay, we can both. You better not turn the tide back.
Maybe.
If I turn the tide tomorrow, do not turn the tide back in 2 weeks.
You know what's funny?
That Shohei Ohtani is going to become my best friend tomorrow at the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, what's more funny is my next cancer appointment is supposed to be on the 29th.
So you're pre-gaming the Cardinal game with your cancer appointment, or you're pre-gaming the cancer appointment with your Cardinal game?
No, we're going to cancel the cancer appointment.
You need to go to your appointments, Dane.
No, we're just moving it.
Okay. Like, I'm assuming like a couple days, not like 3 months again?
Hopefully never.
I think you probably should still go.
No, don't listen to that.
At some point, maybe.
No, I'm not going.
I don't want episode 38 to happen again.
Was that on episode 38?
Yeah, that was the bad one.
That was so long ago.
Yeah.
But also, no, I'm not going.
It's been almost a year.
Has almost been a year. September 15th will be 1 year.
So it's been 11 months.
Wow, that's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having cancer. That's crazy. I woke up today. I was like, oh, yeah, I do have cancer.
Yeah. Which is good that you don't think about it.
No, I don't feel no pain, no nothing. I breathe good.
You're running all the time. You're
I
feeling
dress
yourself
good.
right now.
I'm eating good. I had 12 tacos for dinner.
So you're going on the soda hiatus. Will you go on a taco hiatus? Or?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I guess if you can't have the Baja Blast, you can still have the Blast at Taco Bell.
Well, I mean, I'm going to, I've been eating generally healthier right now anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been eating potatoes, avocados, eggs, things like that, spinach.
Yeah.
Been doing that.
Popeye over here.
I'm so healthy, it's ridiculous. It's because I need big arms, but then my arms refuse to get big.
Well, do you do any arm workouts? I feel like you're always like, I'm running. And like, unless you're running on your hands.
No, I've been lifting a lot too.
Like,
because I've had to get my hips stronger.
Okay.
But now I just have a juicy booty and no arms.
That could be an interesting clip, but I don't know if I want to post that.
My arms are like stick arms.
Stick arms, yes. Stick arms and juicy booty.
Exactly.
Should I name the podcast episode Juicy Booty? Probably not, but it's an idea.
So what grinds my gears is
Juicy Booty featuring Dane.
Is love.
Love. Jordan Love, I'm sure.
No.
Did I jump ahead and steal it from you?
No, just regular love.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
It's just love because I'm losing all of my friends to love. And
I'm still here, Dane.
It happens all the time.
I'm still here.
Happened to Lindsey Reed. Happened to Connor Rule. Happened to Michael Fuller.
Did it really happen to Michael Fuller? Oh, the love of medical school.
The love of medical school.
But he'll be back also.
Happened to Joshua Schmitz.
That's what we should do. Just 1 second. I interrupted you, and I'm sorry because that grinds your gears as well. But wow, this is so good.
I'm going to press all of them before the recording's over.
Whenever we have Maddie Barron on the pod, we need to have Michael Fuller in the closet. She's about to start the episode, and then Michael Fuller comes out of the closet. And jumps on the podcast. That would be such chaos.
We have a fourth microphone under the table.
Yeah, he's under there just talk. We don't let him get above the table the whole episode. He has to be underneath the table, kind of like Smeagol, Lord of the Rings type vibes.
Here you go.
Yeah,
that would be.
It would be wild.
Crazy. No, we have it ready to go. Like we test out that mic and everything's ready to go. And then he comes out of the closet, surprises her, and we're like, oh no, Michael, if only we had a fourth microphone for you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we do.
Yeah, this is What Would You Do with Samuelson and Dane Biesmeyer.
Yeah, what would you do? Yeah. I would lock the door.
We tell him he can come out, and the whole time he's just locked in the closet.
Maddie's like, what's going on there?
This whole time. He's like, I don't know. There's a wild animal.
He just gets to do a live recording audience. It's going to be great.
Okay, but, sorry. Yeah.
So love Jerry Jones because just obvious reasons.
You love Jerry Jones?
No, love grinds my gears. Jerry Jones grinds my gears because of obvious reasons. But Salt is out of control.
I'm more of a pepper guy.
I get that.
Yeah.
But no, Salt Company.
Oh.
Which is the college administrator church.
Oh, wait, they're out of control?
They're the pranksters.
Well, yeah, because they glitter bomb you.
They didn't glitter bomb me. They glitter bomb my roommate. But yeah, then they're the ones who pranked my boss. And now we're starting.
Who are these people?
They're people.
Is that they built a west wing of the church.
Yeah.
And they just need to send all of those Salt people in there and not let them out.
No, that's where I'm moving to.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. And
so then we don't want them over there.
Right.
Okay. Keep them away at all costs.
That's where
you have a moat around you.
We do have a moat. Yeah. I've been asking for weeks for alligators.
That would be awesome. That would be so great.
I've been saying that to like the executive people. I'm like, hey, when are alligators coming in?
Like we could do it.
They're like, oh, they're in China with our screen.
Oh, okay.
No, but bad news about the West Wing.
What happened?
The opening tomorrow got canceled.
So the opening 2 days ago didn't happen?
The opening 2 weeks ago didn't happen. The opening this past week didn't happen. And then we definitely needed it for this Sunday.
Definitely posted a video. Joshua, you already talked about, not Joshua.
Jonathan,
yeah. Same guy, basically.
Well, no.
He already posted the video. He's like, hey, we're so happy to have you guys.
Man.
Hey, drop off, pick up, everything else. And psych, did they delete the video?
You know what I said?
Did they delete the video?
I don't know.
They better delete the video because I'm going to comment and be like, why is this place not open? I do not tithe to have an unopened West Wing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I asked them yesterday after they sent out all the texts, all the videos, all the emails. I said, hey, what are the odds it actually does open on Sunday? And the response I got was, Dane, don't ask those questions. And I said, okay. And I said, but what are the chances? They said, we don't want to think about that. And I said,
why?
I said, when's the inspection happening? And they said tomorrow, which is today now. But
did the inspection not happen or did it not go through?
No,
or
it happened. We just failed the inspection.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we're definitely not allowed to have people in there.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, why do we send things out whenever it's not going to be ready?
But it will be ready. I don't know if we should talk about it on the pod, but do you know what happened? What's wrong?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Oh, it was the alligators.
It was the alligators.
Dang it.
It ate a child.
If there's plenty of children. Like if one goes down via alligator with a moat, and we get to open the West Wing still, it's still kind of a net positive.
You want to know what's really interesting about the West Wing?
That only a third of it is usable and the other part's still not fixed up.
I would say less than a third.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's bigger than our original building.
Well, it was like a manufacturing building or something.
Yeah.
Or
and
something or another.
Like we're going to have...
Eventually it will all be fixed up, right?
Years from now. Yeah. But yeah, we have the auditorium and one classroom and a gymnasium that we're going to be opening now. And then we're going to open a counseling center. And then we're going to open
for nonprofits, right?
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to try and be a cheap counseling center specifically in-house.
That would be really cool. Because so whenever they said it'll increase capacity by 50%, is that based on what they're opening first? Or is that because if the entire building would raise it 50%, then that would not be bigger than what we currently have?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for the deep questions, the difficult questions.
I don't know because I didn't even know it was going to raise it by 50% capacity. Yeah. But
they talked about it like in one service. I think it was Brad.
Also, it definitely won't do that because we're still only going to have gatherings over there.
Yeah.
But in the West Wing, we're going to have like all the classes might probably be over there, and because
the little kids, right? Or what are they going to do with all the little kids' classrooms currently?
No, I mean classes as in like
when
adult
classes.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the auditorium can seat like 107 people in there. Mm-hmm. So then it's like, whoa, let's just use that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, and whatever.
We're going to have a giant LED screen though.
That's what's in China, you said.
That's what's in China and won't ship. We've ordered that months ago. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah. Shipping delays are the worst.
It's just ridiculous how everything keeps getting delayed and pushed back and all that jazz.
Yeah, that is a lot of jazz.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
jazz.
I really don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but
go to church.
Or no, 2 days from now.
Go to church.
We will go to church, but we're canceling middle school and high school for Sunday. We're canceling this class I was teaching.
Cancel culture is just not. It's not supposed to be in anymore. And as a church, I think we need to stop the cancel culture. And you're just canceling all the kids,
except for cancel Jack.
Hashtag cancel Jack.
Yeah. Hashtag cancel Jack. Hashtag cancel Lindsay Reed.
Cancel Michael. Maybe
let's cancel Michael.
Should we cancel Maddie while we're at it? Any other people to cancel?
Let's just say that she's on a hot seat.
Okay. Any other cancelable people? Cancelable.
Well, if people who I know who I live with keep falling in love, then we're gonna have to cancel them too.
We're going to Jake Pridgeon Airlines. Eventually Colton Banks or something else.
Well, that's Reverend Banks actually.
Oh, Reverend. Yeah.
Yeah. I call him that all the time.
Reverend Banks. So we got Reverend Banks, Jake Pridgeon Airlines. Hey, I hope, I'm going to say it again, Reverend Banks. And now it might show up as a chapter. So whenever Reverend Banks clicks on the chapters, because he doesn't listen all the way through. He clicks on the chapters. So when he sees Reverend Banks, he will click on right now and hear this madness.
Reverend Banks.
Also, probably Reverend Banks. Whenever you click, probably rewind like 30 seconds because we might be talking about you.
Hey, you suck,
Or
by the way.
just listen to the whole episode, Reverend. I hope that shows up in the chapter. It surely will.
AI has to.
Shout out AI. AI, put Reverend Banks in here. Whoa, Colton, how did you get here?
Take it.
They're still going to mess it up. AI is tricky at times, you know?
No, Jake Bridgen Airlines is hanging out with his lady friend right now, Kelsey.
I did bring it up to him the other day. I'm like,
You
hey,
did?
I heard a little rumor that you are no longer a single man via Dane, but I want to check with you. He's like, yeah, it's probably good that you confirmed with me before just believing anything Dane said. I'm like, yep, that happens a lot where he says, especially on the podcast, the amount of times I get messages from people after episode drops, it's like, this is not what happened.
We don't know if that's true or
Mostly
not.
via Lindsay or Maddie at times and others.
No.
There may be, I'm sure I'll get something from Jonathan as well.
No.
He'll be like,
Jonathan
hey,
doesn't
I
listen.
decided, Jonathan. That'll probably be a chapter now.
Holmes.
And he, I didn't want to say his last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
but,
didn't.
Yeah. How about Sherlock Holmes? And now that'll be a chapter that he'll be able to click on and hear everything you said that was great about him.
Maybe that's what we should start calling him, Sherlock.
Good names. Sherlock Holmes.
I call him John sometimes.
Are
He
you
really
dirty,
hates
are
it.
you Dirty Dane?
No, I'm.
I like it.
No.
Dirty Dane.
I'm Daddy Dane.
AI, put Dirty Dane, Daddy Dane in the chapters.
That's weird.
Hey, you said it.
And now time for our main segment.
Your voice cracked.
No, it didn't. You did.
That's cracked pretty bad.
No, our main segment's happening.
Here, I'm looking at the camera because we got to look at the camera for these clips, you know? No, what are you clicking? Yeah. That's a good one right there because we're going to tell you right now how to win your fantasy football league. Yes, we know the fantasy football drafts are coming up. And that means you're trying to prepare like, hey, what kind of strategy should I do to win fantasy football? I know we have different. I mean, I've won a championship before in fantasy football. Have you won a championship before? That's great that you won that because you are a Dallas Cowboys fan, so you don't see a lot of those. But
I made a good amount of money.
We're gonna. Congrats.
What?
You're just like, I made a good amount of money.
By
via
winning
your
the championship,
fantasy
yeah.
football. Okay, so if you take these tips, you will likely win money as well. So fantasy football tips. Dane, hit us with your first one.
How many are we doing?
We'll just keep going.
Okay. I have 6. So we discussed 3, but So my first tip for your fantasy football league is to know your league.
Okay.
And that goes in like a kind of a 2-part thing here. Know your league as in know who each person in your league is a fan of. Because that
is important.
You will co-hoax, like, for instance, hypothetically, I know you're a Packers fan. So if I have like Jordan Love, I might say, hey, I know that you like Jordan Love. I'm going to trade you Jordan Love, and you give me the Devontae Adams back or something like that.
That is a horrible trade. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Something ridiculous, yeah. And so know who is fans. We get in the leagues with lots of Chiefs fans around here.
Yeah.
So then we'll trade Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, people like that, and we can get a premium price for them. But somewhere else in the country, you won't be able to get that for. So know your league. Know who is a fan of what team. But also it goes further. Know your scoring system. Because, like, is it like a 4-point for a touchdown passing or is it 6-point for touchdown passing? Is it PPR? Is it half-point PPR standard?
I only do points for kicks.
Dang it. Yeah. Or do you have punters in your league?
Yeah. I'm a big special teams guy. We do no offense.
Yeah. But also, like, is there like a bonus point for 50-yard touchdowns? So know your scoring system as well because that can affect who you might want to draft.
Kind of to bounce off your idea, I do agree it's important to know like what other teams are fan favorites. And that's why I think if you have like the number 1 overall position in drafting, you need to draft a kicker first. Specifically because, again, we're in Missouri, you got to draft someone who's been in the news a lot lately from Kansas City.
Yes.
Harrison Butker. You got to pick him number 1 overall if you want to win your fantasy football draft, because then, again, you have some good trade bait going forward. If he sells a lot of jerseys like he has, you'll be able to get a lot of points for him. You
also get bonus points for sharing the same values.
That is true. That is true. So pick a kicker number 1 overall. And then for my number, should I go again? Like another tip here?
Sure.
I think it's also important that, yes, if you don't decide, let's just say you don't pick a kicker number 1 overall.
Right.
You should definitely draft a quarterback number 1 overall if you have the number 1 overall pick, because why would you want like legendary players like Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, or CeeDee Lamb when you could have the Dak Prescott?
Ooh,
like,
goat.
He will win the league for you.
He will.
That's all you need. If Jerry Jones believes in Dak as much as you believe in Dak, there's no way you lose.
I guarantee it.
That is the Samuel promise. And now, Dane, what else do you got?
Uncle Sam just gave his promise.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know you were going with trolling
No,
ones.
these are real responses, and
Sure.
you are going to read the responses that you had.
Okay.
We have to give them a balanced outlook from both of us.
Such a good point. My second tip is called drop it like it's hot.
Okay.
So every week you'll have waiver wire transactions go through, right? And so the first thing you should do every Wednesday usually is when waiver wire transactions go through, which is free agent people who you're picking up and you have to drop somebody. So drop it like it's hot is in whatever platform you're on. We're going to be doing on ESPN, which is my second favorite one. Sleeper is my favorite. But on ESPN, you can go to recent activity every Wednesday and you can see the exact players that everybody dropped.
Yeah.
They might drop somebody who's injured because they need like a defense that week. And then that injured player is coming back in 2 weeks. And next thing you got a startable running back when he comes back.
Yeah.
And you got him for free. You drop somebody on your bench that doesn't matter. And so you got to drop it like it's hot. Every time you drop somebody, you go and look at the recent activity because you won't see it otherwise. But like in Sleeper, it's in the group chat thing. So you can see everybody's thing and just go to it, check it out, and see if you can find a hidden gem there.
I have my next tip is actually kind of going off of yours. You mentioned like make sure to like drop it like it's hot, like if you have like a team or a player or someone who's not doing well, or if like someone has an off week, then you drop them like defense, for example, and get someone else. But I think whenever you're in the original draft, just make sure you draft 2 defenses. Like at least 2, because that way if one has an off week, you can have the other one fill in without having to drop both defenses. So I think that's really important. And then make sure you get an extra kicker early on, because that, again, will win you the league. Like kickers, you can't just, like, there are obviously elite kickers out there. And if you don't have all of them,
Brandon Aubrey,
you can't win. So I think that's important, because you need to have confidence in your guys, especially like your main guys, like quarterback, wide receiver, running back. And if you have too many of them on the bench, your other guys won't believe that you have trust in them.
That's a good point.
So that's why you have more kickers in defense, and then you fully trust your running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks.
Also, like if you draft a defense, that's 11 players you're drafting.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like that's a good bang for the buck there.
That's a really good bang for your buck.
Yeah.
And if you draft 2, that's 22 players for 2 picks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sometimes 23 when they have one too many guys out on the field.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so that's just kind of where I was thinking going off of yours.
Throw a flag on the play. Something.
Okay, so what else do you got here?
My next tip is quarterbacks win NFL championships, not fantasy championships.
Okay, that's a good idea.
This might sound like it's contradicting Samuel's previous take by taking quarterback first overall.
No, you got to take each of these tips into consideration.
That's such a good point, because I would suggest, hypothetically, that you should not draft a quarterback in the first round, maybe Josh Allen in the second round, maybe Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts in the third round. But really, you should kind of wait until the middling rounds to draft a quarterback. It's kind of different every year, depending on your scoring system as well. And if you're in a 2-quarterback league, you definitely draft number one overall. However, if you're in a single quarterback league like we're going to be in, you should not spend your first pick on that unless your name is Samuel and you want to go with that.
I did bring it up earlier about picking a quarterback number 1 overall, and that actually is what happened in my work league last year. Or it was first round. Like one of the guys just picked Patrick Mahomes.
Bum.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Because that is a great pick in the first round. Like, you've got to get the QB. Sorry.
Such a great pick.
Yeah. Something else I think is really important is, especially, this is going back to your draft. Like, after you're in there and you pick like a few good guys, I think it's best, because a lot of times you can get a little tired and your pick consideration might go downhill from there. I think you need to log off and let the computer auto pick for you.
Auto pick.
This is really big, because computers know best, that we're in a computer type world now. So
true.
Honestly, you might not even need to log in to get those first few guys, unless if you're really psyched to get that kicker number 1 overall. But then let the computer auto pick for you. This worked really well for me a few years ago, when in the first round I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire from the Chiefs, and I think he averaged like 4 points total for the season. So that was really big for me. So thank you, computers, for that.
Clyde was one of the biggest fantasy busts of all time.
It really set up my team.
Yeah. He came into a Chiefs offense that needed a running back, and he was a pass-catching running back out of the national champion LSU Tigers, and then was terrible.
It made this season great for me because I didn't realize when the draft was happening. And by the time I realized when the draft was happening, it was literally about to occur. And I was trying to log in. So I couldn't get in for the first few picks. So luckily, the computer was able to draft me a stud like him to really set up my team for like a 7th place finish.
Well, hey, at first you were probably like, okay. Like originally.
No.
You didn't like it even like when it happened?
No. Immediately it's like, this is going to be a long season.
Dang it.
But Joshua, you don't need to put that in the clip for TikTok. Keep that out. Make it entertaining, you know?
So my next tip is called You're So Different.
Oh, you're so different?
So what this is always expecting variable change. So at the beginning of the season, you're going to see your team. You're going to be like, I have such a stud of a team. First off, go look at every other team and then compare it to your team. Everybody thinks they always have the best team whenever they exit a draft. So
I thought that last year, and I got, I believe, 2nd overall.
You got 2nd place?
Yeah, I had a great team until the very end, and then the other team had CeeDee Lamb and Christian McCaffrey and some other guys. And my team didn't look as good at that point.
So going into last year, no one thought CeeDee Lamb would be a league winner. Nobody thought Dak Prescott would be a league winner. Nobody thought Trey McBride would be a league winner. But
they thought Christian McCaffrey would be a league winner, and I think in 55 to 60% of the leagues, people who had him was on the championship team or in the championship.
It's a good amount.
Yeah.
However, like most of the time, your number one player isn't the reason that you won solely.
Unless it's Christian McCaffrey.
Well, he's the best fantasy running back of all time.
Yeah.
But I think he has like the top 5 like fantasy seasons ever.
When he's healthy.
When he's healthy.
So there is that.
Yeah. So, but other than that, you got to build a team, and then you also got to pay attention all year long because you're going to start going through stretches where guys are not very good.
Yeah.
And so you need to look at their schedule, see if they have favorable matchups, and then if that happens, play them. Like, don't always be like, I have guys locked and loaded. I don't have to go, or I don't have to pay attention. I can just go on autopilot. Don't go on autopilot. Be different. Pay attention.
Yeah. How many more tips do you have here?
2.
Okay. I'll go 1, you go 2, then I'll go 1. Something else that I think is important here. Again, we talked about earlier, like know the players in your league, like know the other people you're playing against, because again, they might have favorite teams.
Start dating them.
And that is important. But besides that is if you have a favorite team, stock up on all that team's players. Like no matter what it is, get their wide receiver, get their quarterback, get their running backs,
their tight end,
etc. Tight ends, defense,
their kicker.
Yeah, all that. That's really important.
The backup quarterback.
It would have really worked well for you this year if your favorite team was the Vikings, because you are set up for success next year if you keep all the guys and it runs over. But if not, you have Terry Bridgewater. So that
Teddy.
Yeah. Is it Teddy?
Teddy Bridgewater.
It can be Terry.
But also, he didn't play for him last year.
Was he not?
No.
I think a couple years ago he did, right?
Maybe.
I saw a TikTok clip earlier, and it was like, well, it was a good run, and it showed the guy hanging up a McCarthy jersey, or was that his name?
Yeah, JJ.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
And then he put it up next to a
Teddy
Bridgewater's jersey. He's like,
it's because
dang.
they both got knee injuries, but Teddy's was catastrophic.
Okay, was he? But he didn't play for the Vikings, or
he did? Yeah.
Okay, so
but he ended up being kind of a bust because he tore everything in his knee.
So that's why they showed it. It's like
because JJ also got a knee injury this past week.
Okay,
but also with your Vikings analogy though, Kirk Cousins did tear his Achilles last year. Justin Jefferson did have a hamstring injury last year. I think Aaron Jones ended up getting hurt. Their tight end TJ Hawkinson tore his ACL.
Aaron Jones went to the Vikings.
Yeah.
Rip.
Now he's there now, but
yeah,
Matheson wasn't good.
I know I had him on my fantasy team like all year. I'm like, something.
I did think he was going to be good last year, or at least decent. He's how I felt about him last year, how I feel about Zamir White this year. However, TJ Hawkinson tore his ACL, so it was pretty tragic for Vikings.
Oh, I'm glad I'm a Packers fan. So what about your final 2 tips you're thinking?
My number 5 tip is kickers aren't real football players.
That seems contradictory.
It sure does, because Samuel's tip was take a kicker as early as you can. My tip is don't even draft a kicker.
This guy.
I'm not going to leave any of my drafts with a kicker.
This guy.
Because
you need a kicker, Dane.
Eventually, here's what I'm going to do, though. Here's a tip that I always do is I draft a team, and I might draft a defense. I might not draft a defense, but I'm going to go the entire draft, and then I'll pick up an extra flyer wide receiver at the end of the draft instead of a kicker, because then by literally the night before the games start, you'll see me drop one player and pick up any kicker, because the kickers don't matter because they all get about the same points. And it's just ridiculous because like the best kicker in the league, Justin Tucker, gets like, I don't know, 8 to 11 points a game. Mm-hmm. And then the worst kicker gets like 6 to 10 points a game. And it's like, okay, well, I could take a flyer wide receiver, see what happens these final few weeks, see if they become a good player, or I could take a kicker that doesn't matter. In fact, leagues should not have kickers in them anyways.
I like kickers in leagues.
I hate kickers.
Kickers in leagues make it interesting. Kick a 50-yard bomb.
You don't
and then
do
you
anything.
But I do find it tricky picking kickers, though, because do you overanalyze it ever, where it's like, this team's so good, this kicker will never get chances for field goals because they're always scoring touchdowns, or this team is so bad, maybe he'll get opportunities to kick field goals, but also maybe they won't make it far enough downfield to kick the field goals.
Yeah,
I overanalyze a lot.
I always go with the good team because then at least I'm getting extra points.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, if you kick one field goal game, then 3 extra points, that's 6 points.
Yeah.
But no, you should have a third flex instead of having a kicker.
Okay, it is what it is.
That's how I feel about it.
So what are you thinking for your final tip?
My last tip is don't go with the herd, just take the best available player. So
that was your other tip.
Which one?
You just said pick the best available player instead of a kicker. Oh, wait, no, this is different. This is different.
This is different. So you're going to be in your draft, and then you're going to be like 4 or 5 picks away from getting to pick in like the middle rounds or wherever you're picking. And then all of a sudden, there's going to be like 3 running backs that go ahead of you, like boom, boom, boom. And then you're like, oh no, I need to take a running back because I really need a running back here. So then you end up taking a guy who...
Alexander Madison.
Yeah, you might take him 2 rounds ahead of what he's supposed to be taken, and you end up not getting a guy like Amari Cooper, who's going to be a really solid wide receiver for you because you panicked and took running back since everybody was taking running backs off the board at that time. Don't do that. Don't panic draft, because if you panic draft, you're going to end up with very meh players on a meh team, and then you're behind the 8 ball on everything.
Do you actually like Amari Cooper?
He's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think he'll be good-ish. Like, if he's my 3rd or 4th wide receiver, I feel good about it.
I think one of the first years I really dug into fantasy football, he was supposed to be good. And I had like him and Cooper Kupp, but that was the year before Cooper Kupp was good. That was the year he was frustrating to watch. I'm like, I remember better.
That. His first like 3 or 4 seasons.
That was 2020, 2021 was that year where Cooper Kupp was just disappointing. So then I immediately did not like him. And then the next year he went off.
Well, when it was Kupp and Robert Woods. Yeah. And everybody was like, who's better, Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp? And then Jared Goff, and you're like, it's just very okay players with Todd Gurley, though. Yeah. And then they ran the ball a lot. And then you trade for Matthew Stafford, and all of a sudden things are great.
And then he was like, oh, this guy is good. He just had a bad QB.
Yeah.
So Justin Jefferson will be an interesting pick to look at this year because he does not have a quarterback to throw to him.
There's lots of players that like receivers that would be way better if they just got a better quarterback.
Most painful guy on my fantasy football team last year was Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is that way.
He was so disappointing because his quarterbacks were pathetic. Yeah. And that, I think, ultimately cost me the league because he would just give me like 5 points each week instead of his projected 15 to 20.
He would have like 10 targets, but like 3 receptions because like 7 of them weren't catchable.
It was so bad. It was so frustrating.
And then all Seattle wide receivers are that way. DK Metcalf with Geno Smith. And let me think here. More people like that. It was like that with Bears wide receivers, but now Caleb Williams is there.
So they'll be worse, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be worse. Mm-hmm. But then you look at like Jared Goff, we just said is a bad quarterback, but he's really good with like tight ends. And that's why Sam Laporta went really crazy last year. So it's like also know the quarterback and their tendencies too when you're drafting.
If they have a lot of good wide receivers, it can be tricky because with the Packers, they have like 3 or 4 guys who are all very solid. And it's like, who is Jordan Love going to throw to?
Right.
We don't know. But he'll throw to someone and win the Super Bowl. So that's good.
Take it.
Final tip. If you want to win your fantasy football team, make sure you get some good team players on the bench if you have spots. I know a lot of people overlook this, but you need to have some good guys to kind of boost morale.
True.
So that's why near the end of the draft, I'm always checking in, like, is Tim Tebow available?
Ooh.
Or is Aaron Hernandez? Like, you got to have a little bit of each to have a good team. So that's my final tip in how to win fantasy football.
Or Tom Brady, like kind of like a player coach.
Yeah. That's important too.
Yeah, kind of read the defenses for your quarterback and things like that. You know, get on the iPad.
Yeah.
Who else would be a great one?
Harry Giles.
Who?
Was that his name?
I don't know who you're thinking about.
You keep talking.
I'm thinking of guys like Larry Fitzgerald. He was a great wide receiver, great guy, and he would be really solid as kind of like on the bench kind of player. You might also go and get
Henry Ruggs. Sorry.
Not Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
For those
Aaron Hernandez is fine, but not Henry Ruggs.
No, well, both of those people killed people. So
not good. Not good.
Also, don't draft domestic violence people.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
I'm talking.
Go down this route. Actually,
Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon.
Do you have those bias though when you're drafting? Like, this guy doesn't seem like a quality guy in real life. I feel a little conflicted picking them up.
I don't.
I know that was like last year. They were talking about like, if you pick Deshaun Watson, you're kind of a tool.
Well, it helped that he ended up not being a very good quarterback.
Yeah, so then it helped out a little bit.
But like for me, it's like, okay,
do you have the morals like in fantasy baseball? Like, Barry Bonds is the best player, but he's taking a lot of steroids. Can I support that with the number 1 overall pick in 2004 when he had a 1.4 OPS? I don't know.
I don't support domestic violence. However,
steroids?
Me not drafting this player, is that making it better? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything, actually.
Yeah. In a weird way, do I want? Yeah, okay. In a weird way, if they have a higher ownership in fantasy sports, that could boost their confidence and be like, "Hey, I don't want to go down that route anymore."
Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you see Domingo Germán got called up by the Yankees?
He was the pitcher.
Yeah, he's a pitcher.
Wasn't he the one with like always the sticky stuff?
Yeah, but that's not what he got suspended for. He got suspended for beating his girlfriend.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But he got called up and is playing for the Yankees. And who else punched a woman? Trevor Bauer.
Oh, yeah. That's the weird part.
Yeah, the MLB
also
is blackballed him.
Don't think that's completely true, all that, but that's something else.
Everything I've read is that this girl's like taking all of his money and stuff.
Yeah, okay, well, we don't need to talk about domestic abuse anymore.
Yeah,
but
it's wrong. Don't do it.
Bad. Don't do it. But everything else on our fantasy football tips, do. Got it?
And that leads into...
That was a long segment.
Dane's Manifesto.
Joshua, make that into a minute clip.
1 minute. If you're walking, sit down. If you're driving, pull over. If you're in a car wash, finish your car wash. And then pull over. And then it's time for Dane's Manifesto.
It can be a minute 15 clip, Josh.
I'm feeling vengeful.
Oh,
I need you, the people, to come up with different pranks for me to perform. I was going to say come up with. I need you guys to come up with different pranks for me to perform at my job, specifically ones that might take a little longer to marinate and might take, I don't know, a year-long process. We're currently recruiting people at my job So salt staff is like half of staff, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to recruit the other half of staff to now go into a prank war. It's Dane's Manifesto. Go back to driving.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to hatch ideas.
That was part 25. You heard what it is. Do it. We are at that time of the episode where, yes, Jack Holmgren calls in and plays us a silly song with Larry. Oh, sorry. That was VeggieTales. Jack Holmgren is leaving us jokes with Jack. And I don't know what these jokes are. So we will listen to them together, blind react, hear what's happening. And he has 3 of these. So let's see what it is.
Oh, no.
And it says Jokes with Jack, Home Edition. So here we go.
I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something.
What if they're down to something? Bad.
Boo.
Oh, but I'm not done. What do you call a cute door? Adorable.
Boo.
All right, last one, I promise. You know, the ceiling isn't my favorite part of the house, but it's definitely up there.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Jack, I'm going to block you.
Yeah, you should block him.
You meatball.
He is a meatball.
Oh, man.
Meatball.
I don't know. But we don't need to talk about Joke with Jack anymore. Come back with better ones next week because those were adequate.
Preposterous.
Do you know who left us a review or left us a voice memo this week?
Alley Hoopy.
Close. Alvaro. It's been a while.
The GOAT.
He left us actually two. He had so much to say. He left us 2 different voice memos. No idea what's on here.
Each 25 minutes long.
Let's listen in from Alvaro.
I hope that when you guys said drop a voice memo through Instagram, this is what you meant.
It is.
So here is my voice memo. In the pod, you guys have slandered Lindsay Reed, well, mainly Dane. And also, Dane has been brutally slandered several episodes back, so I'm a little late. But I feel like I have to stand up for him, given that he's a Cowboys fan and he just takes it in the chin. So, here I am standing up for you, Dane. I don't think it's fair for Dane to get slandered in this pod. I don't think it's fair, also, that only Lindsay Reed gets slandered in this pod. What I am wondering is, why hasn't Samuel Sen been slandered?
The world's wondering.
We'll get this other 34 seconds, and then we'll respond.
I did not realize that my time limit was going to be a minute here in the Instagram app as well. So, just to close that up, I think we need to start some Samuel Sen slandering. Maybe a hashtag like hashtag SSS, Samuel Sen slander, or cancel Samuel Sen, CSS. I don't know, just workshopping it. Also, Samuel Sen, can I bum a ride from you from Springfield to Branson? Anyways, all right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, let's cancel Samuel.
The easiest answer here is I edit the pod, and there's been some wild slander, and I just cut it all out. You never know. Each episode's 3 hours long, and 2 hours of it is me being slandered. I'm like, no. I will cut all that out. So that's why I have not been slandered on the pod.
Rumor has it Samuel has webbed toes.
That's why I swam.
That's why he swam.
It's not even a rumor.
Rumor has it.
If you're signed up to our Patreon, you'll see my webbed toes.
Ew.
Yeah.
Rumor has it Samuel likes girls.
It's like the opposite, what are they called? Anti-jokes, anti-slanders. Samuel Sen, he has a solid job and helps lead a group of high school guys in Bible studies each week. Man,
how dare he?
I
always say that all the time. This girl this past week was like, I can't show up to our next leadership meeting because I'm helping disabled kids at a camp. And I said, you selfish son of a gun. How dare you?
Man.
No, absolutely not.
Also, what was Alvaro doing?
Way to defend me, Alvaro. Let's go.
No. Listen to the background.
Oh, he was walking.
I hope that when you guys said drop a voice memo through his fan and he just takes it in the chin.
Like right there.
So,
is he crushing ice, or is he going playing out in the leaves that have not fallen yet because it is summer? Like, Alvaro, where were you?
The way I picture it is he's walking, and then there's like some gravelly sand.
You think it is gravel?
Gravel sand kind of mixture going on.
It sounded like leaves, though.
To me, it sounded like he's walking on gravel.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's doing something.
All I know is Lindsay Reed sucks and is gassy and slow, and obviously
hashtag cancel Lindsay.
Cancel Lindsay. Yeah. But then Triple S Samuel Sen slander. Send your best Samuel Sen slander in, and we'll feature it next week on the podcast. It's gonna be great.
I guess you can leave any comment you want.
That's our main segment next week.
Because you can just leave any comment you want. So if you have any Samuel Sen slanders, you can do it. I just want to point out, I am again the one who edits the pod. Dana shows up each week and talks for an hour.
I bring my personalities,
and I do everything else.
I have multiple personalities.
It's okay.
Every time that one of my friends has a girlfriend and they say that they're bringing them around me at some point, I say, what kind of Dane would you like?
Well, I think the Dane that you like is the Dane that belongs in federal prison, which is what Spencer Bone said.
Whoa, Spencer.
He hasn't said anything to us since June 25th. And then out of nowhere, I post a story like, hey, listen to the pod. He put, Dane belongs in federal prison. And I put, you finally got out of there. Thought you had 15 to life.
Yeah. He does stuff like this all the time.
I don't even know if he listens to the pod. Like the amount of times we've told him, to leave us a voice memo. Doesn't even do it.
Yeah.
And then he says that? Like, come on, Spencer.
That's typical
Be better.
Spencer behavior. In high school, he would always be like, dude, let's hang out tonight. And then I'd be like, okay, what time? And then he wouldn't reply. And then 3 days later, he'd be like, hey, how come we didn't hang out? Because you didn't text me back, Spencer.
It doesn't make, like, Spencer, do something. Come on. Be a better fan. Be like Alvaro. Send us a minute voice memo, get cut off, and then send us another 30 seconds because you had to finish your thought.
That's dedication.
And also, Alvaro, just keep me in the loop, I guess, of what your plan is for Springfield to Branson. I'll be working that day, but once we get some final details, I can maybe help you out, you know?
They did not believe that Jesus rose from the dead, so they were sad, you see.
You made that joke, I think, 3 weeks in a row.
Sometimes I think about that.
Yeah. It just pops in your head. You're like, I gotta say it.
The Sadducees.
You know, some other stuff that we got to say is some of these poll results from this past week.
Let me go vote. Hold on.
This one isn't really relevant to us. I just put, would you rather watch the Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics?
Neither.
I didn't have a great question really to put
Dang
in
it.
there. So 57.1% of you, which is kind of surprising, said summer. Like only 57%?
I have our next poll question.
43% want winter. What do you want to be the poll question? And I can throw that in the polls this week.
Would you rather use hot sauce's eye drops every day for a month,
I
or
did that already?
Exactly, or for 1 year, 1 day each month, it feels like you're peeing a porcupine?
Can I do both?
You can do both.
Sweet.
But you cannot do neither.
Okay. Well, why would I do neither when I can do both?
That's what I'm saying. You want to talk about character building?
Yeah. You are built different.
You know
if
what
do
would
that.
be terrible is if over that month, if you chose the porcupine one,
Yeah.
you'd be like, it's not today. Now it's the 27th of the
You're
month.
like, when is it popping?
You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Then it happens on the 31st. You're like, ah. And then it happens again on the 1st of the next month. That would be excruciating.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Something that is not unfortunate is that we got comments back on the episodes and y'all went crazy this week. We got some of the most responses we've received in quite some time, probably because we couldn't have responses there for a bit. But I'm going to read these off. Alvaro, we just listened to him, but he said, first comment, but not last. You can't get rid of me that easy. Ali Hoopy put, it's about time Spotify makes a comment section. Let's go. Angela Birdwell put, I met Gabriel Iglesias years ago and got to talk to him and get a photo. He was so nice. That's pretty cool.
I don't know what that's in reference to.
I said I went to the Wisconsin State Fair. They were going to have a performer, Gabriel Iglesias, also known as Fluffy. Very funny guy, very big guy. And she got to meet him at some point. Joshua Schmitz, he's always here. He put Samuel had better picks this week.
In what?
We had what's the future cigarettes.
Oh, I don't remember what we picked. I picked social media though.
Unless
it did.
Social media.
Yeah, maybe I did.
I was the one who picked it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I picked aspartame.
You picked a lot of stuff related to Mountain Dew, as you drink Mountain Dew.
Whoa.
Jack Holmgren put, unfortunately, pickleball will become the next cigarette because Dane, at least a chronic hip and knee joint pain, and yet we are already too addicted to stop. I'm in a pickle. Balls. I don't know if he meant to put it like that, but that's how he wrote it.
My hip pain is definitely not from pickleball. It's from running.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's partially pickleball.
It's not, because I was doing pickleball while my hip was going crazy and I was fine.
Okay. And then I don't know who this person is. Their name is just Nat, N-A-T. And I have thoughts. They put Samuel pronouncing euchre.
Bob Euchre?
As Euchre was the least Midwestern and the funniest thing I've heard all week, which brings up the question, is Missouri part of the Midwest? First, I know I pronounced Euchre wrong when I was reading a random description just out of the blue. I know I said Euchre. That was wrong. I was disappointed in myself because I don't think I've ever seen the word Euchre like spelled out.
Right.
I've just heard of it before. And then once I said, I'm like, this is wrong. And then someone wrote it, which again was you. And I'm like,
Not me.
I know it's euchre. I just read it as euchre, and I'm a little disappointed. But also, I'm glad that I made you laugh at my
Sadducees.
Yeah.
But also, Nat, it sounds like you're from Wisconsin.
Maybe. I mean, they're at least part of the Midwest.
Bob Euchre was the Brewers play-by-play announcer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes me think they're probably from Wisconsin.
Well, I don't. But then you said also the Midwest. But then they're asking us is the Missouri part of the Midwest,
right.
and Missouri is right in the middle
Of the West.
So we're also middle of the East.
But we're the gateway to the West.
We're middle of the West. Well, then if we're gateway to the West, what if we go the other way?
I have a
Are
firm
we gateway
rule for
to
this.
the East? That's a question for you.
No, I have a firm rule for this.
If you're going from California to North Carolina and you go through St. Louis, is that the gateway to the East then?
No, I have a firm rule for this.
Let me know.
The Louisiana Purchase is the Midwest.
We need to sell Louisiana back to France to
No.
get their 4-time gold medalists from this past Olympics.
No.
Why not?
It's a very important trade route for us.
Oh, no, just Louisiana.
Yeah,
and
we need
we
that.
get their gold medalist.
No.
Think of how much better that'll make our swim team.
No.
Okay.
Swimming is lame.
Hey.
And that leads into our verse of the week.
Do you have any other? We never said of Missouri part of the Midwest.
Yes.
Wait, did you even answer your rule? What was your rule?
I said it.
I didn't listen to you.
Everything that was purchased in the
Oh,
Louisiana
Purchase,
Purchase
sorry.
is the Midwest.
Okay.
I want to see that.
Wait, everything is the Midwest?
Oh, yeah.
But that means like that gets up to like Washington area.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it includes Texas, too.
No, that's not it.
Well, I got to allow location first.
We are the mid.
Oh, no.
We are not mid, but we are mid.
This is totally the
Well, we're kind of
the
Midwest.
Yeah. Here's the Midwest. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I see you.
Right there. That's the Louisiana
So
Purchase.
you think far west Montana
Yeah.
is Midwest?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Montana.
that be Northwest?
Parts of North Dakota, South
That's
Dakota.
That's North Midwest. We are Mid Center West.
Is that Colorado?
That's Kansas. That's Utah. That's Colorado.
Yeah,
that's
I
Kansas.
pointed to that.
Yeah, I didn't really see what you pointed
We
at.
can do this one and we can just have the names on it.
So you think all that's the Midwest?
Oklahoma, Arkansas, North Texas, Nebraska.
It is a little tricky.
It is a little tricky because it
But-
does include Michigan, but that's the North.
Yeah, I mean, but then some people call us the South, which again, it's kind of in perspective, like where you are. But honestly, Missouri is about as middle as you can be in the U.S.
Oh no, we're the Deep South for sure.
Oh,
But
we're the Deep South.
We're the Deep South.
Yeah, y'all.
unless
Hey, y'all.
I'm talking to somebody from the North, then we're the Deep North.
Okay. Final few random comments. Oh, did we? Yeah, we answered that. Missouri, Midwest. A few other comments from some past episodes. Country Concert Bingo, episode 84. Dane Beesmeyer put, Lindsay Reed is smelly and her cats are an idol. Also, Dane is so fast and handsome. Michael Fuller is a communist and cancel Jack.
Oh wow!
So that is now posted out there.
Whoever put that on there sounds like
Someone's an imposter.
that sounds like a good guy.
Episode 81, Jack Holmgren put, when are you going to make the shirt? I'd rather be in debt and living than dead and affordable. I want one. Take my money now. We can work on it, maybe. We'll see.
I'd rather be in debt
That's
and
what you
living.
said.
I did say that.
Yeah,
I remember saying
yeah.
that. I'd rather be in debt and living than dead and affordable. That was funny.
And then I'll just read one more. Episode 80, we had a couple of responses, and it was like, what's the best part about your state? Joshua Schmitz originally put Lake Michigan, downtown Grand Haven. Also, the eBay scene is pretty great around here. So that is in Michigan, like I was saying. And then Jack Holmgren just left a normal comment because you can do that now. And he put, I can without a doubt say that Samuel did not hit nukes on the K2 baseball field. He was the setup certified line drive single base runner to set up a Jack home run bomb onto the soccer field. Also, Cherokees won every year. Stink it, Choctaws. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't put that. Read the last sentence of what he put. Up top, where my mouse is. And, I'll probably have to.
Yeah, we can't say that on
Yeah.
there. Hashtag cancel Jack.
Dang it! I probably can't post that one.
No, you definitely can't post that one.
I'll just like it. And
That's
not post
crazy. Jack needs to be canceled.
it. That is wild. Oh man, Jack, you are a crazy dude. Yeah.
And that leads into our
Verse of the week
verse of the week.
with our sponsor of the week, number 1, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Because that's how he makes you feel.
Yeah.
So our verse of the week is 1 Corinthians 16, verse 7. For I do not want to see you now just in passing. I hope to spend time with you if the Lord permits. And so it's just kind of speaking to, I believe it's Paul writing 1 Corinthians here, but just talking about like spending time with one another and like building each other up like in the faith, because this is not just a solo mission here. This is a community race. Like nobody's going to get first place in this. Like there's no first place in Christianity. There's no last place in Christianity. It's, are you like a follower of Christ or are you not? And so, I don't know. It's really cool, like to see each other uplift each other, build each other up. Especially like whenever I had cancer and stuff. Like people would do stuff for me all the time, and so like it's really awesome to help people in need. And so things like that.
And someone else who helps people in need of art is Jake Trustin Art.
Parentheses, Jake Pridgeon Airlines.
And Jake Pridgeon Airlines.
And Reverend Banks now.
Yeah, Reverend Banks as well. Here, I'll put that. Just all the people who've been your roommates. Why are all your roommates the number 2 sponsor?
Because he's listening to it, so it's great.
Man, Reverend Banks, we hope you're still listening right now. But yeah, if you need any art, reach out to Jake Trustin Art. If you need to talk to airlines, I don't know what Jake Pridgeon will tell you, but he might tell you something.
Oh, he's flown lots of places.
If you need some theology, go to Reverend Banks.
Yeah, see? Yeah. You get everything from everybody.
That's wild. And then our third sponsor of the week, which I think was one of our sponsors a few weeks ago, but I'm just shouting out Post Malone again, and his F1 Trillion album dropped last night at midnight.
No,
he's pretty good at country. He's pretty. I think you would like it.
No,
I think you would.
I said this today.
It's way better than Beyonce's album. I'll say right now.
I said you can't be country and have face tattoos.
But what about Jelly Rolls? Jelly Roll and his Jelly Rolls.
And you know what Jake Pridgeon Airlines said to that?
He said he wasn't country?
No, he said I was a racist for saying that. I was like, no. How am I a racist for saying if you have face tattoos, you can't be country? Because the 2 country artists who have face tattoos are white guys.
Oh, man. Fun stuff. Might as well get into some final thoughts here. If you have not joined the Fantasy Football League, there's a few spots left. But right now, if you don't go right at this very second, they might all be gone. So go into the link in the bio and join our Fantasy Football League.
Maddie Barron, I'm calling you out.
Do you want her to be in the Fantasy Football League? She needs
to be in the Fantasy Football League.
She can do it. She can do it. And we'll announce the draft days soon within there. I think currently we have it set for sometime early September, but we will we'll make sure we know what day it is. So
what day it is?
It is the day to buy some Friday pickleball paddles for Samuel 14434.
Did I show you the video of me singing on stage?
Yes, that was last week. It was rough.
Did I play it on here?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
Yep.
I was going to play it again, but
it was, we don't need to play it again.
Play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
Support Dane's ministry.
Give me all of your monies. Give me my money. Yay!
And then send him an Instagram message so he knows what you gave him to support his Dane ministry. Ministry for Dane. Dane does ministry. He needs support. Support him. You know?
.com.
You know? Also,
.com.
keep telling your friends if you enjoy this podcast. It's a good podcast. I enjoy the podcast. You enjoy the podcast. So tell people to listen to the podcast. Let's send it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, just like those stairs Jack Holmgren mentioned earlier. And then leave us 5 stars, which if you go all the way up that stairs, you'll reach the stars. Leave us voice memos like Alvaro did. If you want to send it more than a minute, send multiple, you know? Also, follow our Instagram and TikTok. More clips will be coming out soon. And, you know, as always, just thank you again for listening to the podcast.
My spinach puffs.
Episode 86 is finished. We'll see you next week.